Okay, so for this last little piece of code that we're going to put into this block, before we actually create a new sketch and everything, is a simple ASCII animation. Okay, and it's actually pretty cool. So if you're not familiar with ASCII, that's where they take typical characters from your keyboard and they string them together to draw a picture. All right, and what we're going to do is we're going to go find some art, ASCII art. And so I am actually going to ASCII art. I'm going to start typing in ASCII art with 2 I's. The one that I like to use is this Christopher Johnson's one. It's a nice, easy to search for collection. You can see it's all kinds of crazy things you can choose from. I'm going to do a frog. I've done one before. They're pretty straightforward. And I like this guy. He's fast and easy for me to demonstrate. So I'm going to copy that. Let's go back to our Arduino code. Let's create another function. I'm going to call this frog1. And I'm going to paste in my little picture here. Oh, it looks like something went awry right there. Come on. There we go. And let's make it look, we can get rid of this stuff. We don't want that. Bring that in a little bit. And I'm going to take my dividing line right here and paste it right there. All right. So, first thing we got to do is we've got to, put our whole serial println in front. And of course, I'm inherently lazy. So I'm simply going to copy this right here, and I'm going to paste it at the beginning of every line. Oops, I went too far that way. We'll tidy our code when we're done here. Oops. I might have to straighten this guy out a little bit. Let's see here. Oh, I don't know what happened right there. There we go. Oh, dang, I definitely have messed up my frog here. Let's see. Let's bring that in. Let's bring that in. Let's bring that in one. Bring that in one. Now I might have to bring everything out. Bring that out. Bring that out. Is that? No, probably like that. Okay, there. No, still not quite right, is it? I think I have to move everything out. Oh, golly, I'm sorry. Yes. Okay, we're back to where we need to be. So he's a nice straight frog. And then what we need to do is we need to close out all these lines. So I'm going to copy my close quote, my close parentheses, and a semicolon. And I'll put that at the end of all these lines. All right, sweet. Now, right off the bat, you might be noticing something doesn't look right. Why are these red and these are black? Well, let's not forget that this backslash here was telling it to change the behavior of what followed it. So if I wanted to print a quote, I had to print a slash. If I want to do a tab, I have to put a slash in front of it. Slash T and slash N were able to change the behavior of what it was. Well, what I didn't mention was, what if I want to print a slash? Well, if I want to print this backslash, I have to put a backslash in front of it. So let's do that there, that there, that there. Let's see, I'm going to start from the middle. That one needs one, that one needs one, that one needs one, and that one needs one. So now he looks a little funny here, but you can see it's all turned red. All right, so that looks pretty good. Let's go up here and let's call, I'm going to comment this out. Let's call frog1. And I'm going to tidy my code, Control T. All right, so now let's get this running. And what we should see is a frog down here. So we'll load it up and hopefully it works. And all right, it sort of works, but you know what? See how it's moving kind of slowly? This goes back to what I was talking about with that 9600 baud that we started with. Let's come over here. You can see that there's lots and lots and lots of choices, okay? We can get really carried away. I don't want to go that far. I'm going to choose 115,000. What is that at? Yeah, 115,200 baud. I'm going to select that. Now immediately it starts printing gibberish because it doesn't know what the heck. It's expecting something at this speed and you're sending at that speed. So what we need to do is we need to make that match up. So we want to change this to 1150. Nope, is that right? 115. Yep, one more zero. No, a 2. Sorry. There we go. So now we're going to speed up the way we send the signal, and it's going to be set to receive the signal. So if I run this, we should get a better frog. Let's clear that screen. There we go. And I'm going to pull this down a little bit so we see only our one little frog here. And it's actually having a hard time. You know what I want to do? I'm going to put a line in front and a line behind. So remember how to do that? It's simply, if I want to put a new line, it's just a \n, and this would be a \n. So it's going to start by printing another new line, then it's going to draw in my frog, and when it gets done, it's going to be a new line at the end. So now if I load it, we should get our frog with some blank spaces above and below. It'd be a little easier to frame it. There we go. So now is actually he's refreshing, and you can't even. Oh, there we got. I saw a little glitch there. Some of that's going to happen with my camera because my computer's running at a pretty slow frame rate. So let's take and copy this whole thing. And let's paste it right there. And let's call it frog2. And now let's take and replace those open eyes with some blinking eyes. Okay? So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to have frog1. I think I'll make a new set of delays. I'm going to have frog1 run for, let's go with 2 seconds. Frogs don't blink a lot. They usually, actually, they barely blink at all, but we do want to be able to see it. And then we're going to run frog2, and I think I want it to run for, I don't know, 400 milliseconds. Let's try that. See what it looks like. And then we should throw, oh no, it actually should do it. All right, let's load it, see what we get. See if we get a blinking frog down here. There you go. You can see his eyes blink. And again, sorry about my frame rate. The camera is sucking down a lot of resources. But you can see our little frog is blinking, and that's because it's simply changing the frame rate so fast. We've increased the baud rate, so it feeds the data faster. And if you stretch it out, you can see what's really happening is it's printing all these different frogs. It's just that and every time they all start to switch, but we want to go ahead and restrict it down to a single frame. And then we see we've got one blinking frog. All right, so I think I'm going to end this video here. Just a quick review, right? If I want to print something like a slash or a quote, I need to use this backslash to be able to do that. Okay? The other thing is if I want to do things like a new line, like I've done here, or if I want to do a tab, like I've done here, all right, I need to use this backslash, and then, for example, a T and or an N to give us a new line. So hopefully that'll give you some printing skills, and I think I'll have an assignment based upon that, and I will see you again soon.